Tangents are typically a mathematical concept, something to do with curves, I think. I am nothing close to a professional mathematician, so I'm going to focus on what tangent means in a conversation. When you make a tangent in a conversation, that means you take one detail from a train of thought and it branches into another topic of conversation. I do this a lot. Yeah. If I just keep talking, then I don't really notice it until a long time after I've made the tangent. I usually need other people to perceive it. Someone who doesn't do this as frequently as I do will organize it outside of the conversation we're having and interpret it as a change of subject. Which it is, but it is related. Tangentially, I promise. They will then point out the subject change, and that is how I know that I do this frequently. I can also see that I do this while I'm working on things, 5 times, to be exact, while writing this speech, but at least I got my laundry done. My mind will find a tangent, and I'll stray far off topic as I pace around the house contemplating it. This is usually curable by blasting music into my ears so that it's harder for my mind to come up with these tangents. And that is how I came up with the topic for my speech. I began to play music, and one of the first songs to play was The End of the World as We Know It by R.E.M. If one listens to The End of the World as We Know It, there are a few aspects that stand out. The rhythm is consistent. The repetition in the chorus is also consistent. But the lyrics in between are all over the place. The lyrics start out as a description of an apocalyptic scenario, the end of the world. But by the time you near the end of the song, you'll pick up on little gems like birthday party, cheesecake, jelly bean, boom. This is perhaps an extreme comparison to my own mind because my mind doesn't act like a bouncy ball thrown at the walls of a narrow hallway. It still works, though. There is some consistency still in the song, though, much like my tangents where I think I'm continuing a normal conversation. The chorus and the rhythm remain consistent, but in the chorus, one can hear another set of lyrics, a small voice singing, "Time I Had Some Time Alone." This is like how, even when I am focused on the task in front of me, I could still run into a tangent and create a new track for my train of thought. Eventually, at the end of the song, it just repeats the chorus over and over until the song finishes, much like when I can actually knuckle down and stay focused. My attitude towards this tendency is that it doesn't affect my self-concept too much. Like I said before, it's not a crippling issue. I just draw connections where it doesn't seem like any seem to exist. Most of the time I keep it under control, and it doesn't bother many people if I slip. They just need clarification on how it actually related back to what I was talking to. And that's the end of my speech.